Hi guys, welcome to Nine's Corner. It is almost 9 o'clock here and it is still 31 degrees, which is close to 85 Fahrenheit. And today it felt, when you looked at the humidity and you put it up, it felt over 40, which is like over 104. I'm not used to this heat. So honestly, even if you're in some place that's really hot all the time, or exceptionally if you're in a place where you're not used to this type of weather, check on your family and friends, or even your neighbors, maybe even your enemies, because honest to goodness, I didn't realize how bad it was going to get. Now, we don't have air conditioning, but we got a bit of a crosswind happening. And so I cleaned up the kitchen. I obviously was doing laundry. No, do not adjust your sets. This is pink. I put it in with the purple blanket, so now my white t-shirt's pink, and I said, you know what? I still love it. Who cares? And after I cleaned up the kitchen, I took a Diet Pepsi and kind of swigged it because I was just so warm. Next thing I knew, I was throwing up. I was overheated. Sweat started pouring from me, and I really did not adjust for how hot it was. It was almost like in my head, it was like, I'm sweating so much. I'm losing weight. It was just, it was like, oh my God. So seriously, check on your family, friends, text them even, do whatever, but keep cool. And luckily, I'm going through menopause, so that's a extra bonus for this heat wave type of deal. But I do have those menopause towels. They seriously work. Like, honest to God, I'm going around with it all day. I took it off now. And if you notice that I am not scratching because of all the little flies and stuff, somebody in the comments said, get yourself some Irish Spring and that'll keep the bugs away, because people were feeling the itchiation of the situation when I was on. So I went to the dollar store, I got some Irish Spring. Remember that commercial back in the 80s? Oh, the Irish Spring. And then the girls were on the horses going, and we like it too. So anyway, I use this. So if we are bug-free tonight, we're gonna say, hey, this potentially may work. So this is a little test as well. So first we're going to start off with Jamie Lee Spears, because she has come out and, she wanted to say her piece after her sister, and she felt like she couldn't say anything until Britney spoke. But if you watch the video, and I'm really into watching people's face expressions and how they use their hands and whether they're telling the truth or not. And I mean, I do it all the time. I'm obsessed with that kind of detective work. So I was watching her, and a lot of the times when she was trying to say something, yes, she was, going, I really support her. Like, no, I don't. Do you know what I mean? You can really tell a lot when you watch people's expressions and stuff. And I just got a really faux feeling with her. But then, she's young. She got pregnant at 16. So let's just have a look at Jamie Spears. Let's look and see, what is her true feelings towards Britney? What is Britney's true feelings towards her? And what was her part to play with Britney? So first, let's look and see, how are her feelings towards Britney? She, she feels like Britney's life and the attention that Britney has gotten has been a weight on her shoulders. Like, I think she loves her sister, but I think there's jealousy here. I think there's a feeling of, being in somebody's shadow. So I think the whole Britney thing is just complete stress on her, and it's just another thing. Interesting. How does Britney feel about her sister? Knight of Swords. She feels that her sister's hasty and impulsive and does things way too quick, and I'm sure there's a part of Britney that is jealous that she can't do what her sister has gotten to do. Interesting. And the outcome will be Knight of Pentacles. We're going to find out that Jamie Lee Spears was getting her coinage. I know she wants to say, oh, you know, that had nothing to do with me. I made my own money since I was 10. I'm sure there's a part of that because they are a family enterprise, or tried to be, Britney being the most popular, most successful. But definitely we're going to hear about her needing money or taking money. What will be the outcome? What will be the outcome? Guys, when we said, oh, you know, I didn't put any Irish Spring on my back. I should have. This is causing her a nightmare stress. It is worrisome, and she's worried about her part coming out, because even though she's sort of like an innocent party that was raised to just believe all this stuff, as she's gotten older, I think she realizes what they did do, and that she did have a certain amount of time that she could have, you know, spoke up. Oh, the disaster is coming, and she has no choice but to go with it. She can't control this chaos. The chaos is going to be hitting her whole family. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Rest and relaxation, set back. I'm really hoping that this means that they're going to be told to step back, and, you know, if you were part of making this girl suffer, you deserve to be found out, right? Poor thing, honest to God, I feel so bad for Britney. For the next question, I saw in the comments that somebody had asked about the building that fell. Did they already know about it? Is there going to become lawsuits from it? What would be the result of it? Just kind of have a general look into it. And so let's just have a general look, like what was did they have prior knowledge? Did they know that there was problems with the building and this could have been avoided? 100%. There is somebody who is strongly involved, who's high up, and they had knowledge of the possibilities. They just didn't think it was going to come true. Will we find out about it? Ooh, I just pulled 2 cards. There is going to be a cover-up, and there's going to be money thrown at it. It's like there's going to be they want to take the weight off because it's of somebody of importance, because we're looking at the king here. So this is showing a cover-up. Money's going to be thrown at it. Delays are going to be thrown at it, especially if this goes down a legal way, which, you know, if we're looking at this, there's probably going to be lots of things happening, but they're just going to be deflecting and delaying them. So will there be lawsuits and legalities that will come from this? Yes. Ace of Pentacles, people are going to be looking for their coinage because of a crisis that they have gone through. This is money that they deserve. Will they see it? Oh, Hanged Man. I'm telling you, they are going to delay. They're going to falsify. This is going to take some time. God, they're really trying to cover it up. So yeah, they'll go for the legalities, but we got the Hangman, so it's going to take time. Delays are they're really pushing for delays. What will be the eventual outcome? Judgment. Ooh, Judgment. And I pulled it's going to be judgment, but it's going to be after a time of them trying to lie, trying to cover up. There's going to be fighting about this, but the eventuality will be judgment, and people will get money for their hurt and their pain that they have been caused. What was the other question? Will there be any other buildings in Florida that they should be watching out for? Because, you know, let's face it, in this time of 2021, we're finding out a lot about just cover-ups and things just being done in an undercovered way. So let's just, will there be more to be worried about? Will there be more to be worried about? Queen of Cups. They know of some other things because they're covering the cup here. So they definitely know of other buildings. They know of other structures. Will they get on top of it? There's somebody who's going to be pushing it. There's going to be information. This is probably going to be paperwork, like, oh my God, we got to take care of this. There's going to be people who are going to tell about it and know about it. King of Swords reversed. So I think, yes, there's other buildings that they're in know of, and it's probably under some of the same companies, management, or people are involved, or money's involved. There's people that are lower in their status that are going to put this in writing. There's going to be information. They're still going to keep it covered up, but this will prompt them to try to fix things. But, it's a wait and see. Will they do the right thing? That's the problem. The next question is about the airstrikes that are happening in Iraq, Iran, and Syria. Now, guys, it's hard. It's so hard because we've got China who has given bad, PPE to Canada and other countries. They're now looking at their vaccine that they've given to Indonesia and different places. It hasn't worked and doctors are dying of it or getting COVID, and there's a lot of political cover-up. And yet, China has not been transparent about the COVID or about anything they do. And they're even saying, like, we got to make it look like we're nicer, do nicer things. It's like they're so two-faced. And yet we're all just kind of going, okay, China. And then there's airstrikes happening. I get that there's troops over there and that there was drone strikes and they were worried and needed to secure their people. But this has been such a long, dragged out war, and so many innocent people are being hurt on both sides because, the troops that are over there, and then, we got China who gets away with everything. And now we've got the two airstrikes. So are we looking at another war? Why? What's the focus here? Like, is it all about the protection of the people there, or does it have to do with the wheat and the oil? And like, okay, let's just have an overall look. What is going to happen with the U.S. and the airstrikes? Is this going to cause more fighting or issues to come up in the future? Ace of Swords. This is just the beginning. There's something that needs to be completed. There's a clarity that's being sought, and the fight will continue. For what purpose are we fighting? For what purpose? Is it truly because of the coverage of the troops there, or is it for the resources? There's a need to walk away from what has been. And I think that, like everything else in life, it's complicated. They were there for so many reasons. There's so many cups there. They were there because of ISIS. They were there to help. They were there for the resources of wheat and oil. And it's a complicated situation. But the only way for things to change is for there to be somebody to walk away. It is so complicated. How do the people there feel? They're so tired of all the battling. They're tired. They don't know what to believe. There's some truth there. But this fighting is happening on their soil, and it's scary. It's like they just want the truth to come out. They just want to live their lives like everybody else. What will the future bring for them? I truly feel that the cards, although it's showing, strife and difficulties right now, the future is looking like there's going to be some kind of major change. And it's not just one or the other. It's going to be like something's going to happen, and it's like this it's not something small. It's like this huge generational change. Like, what's going to happen? Why would I get the Eight of Cups twice? Because it's like there's this spiritual, like, it's not just like, I know this war's been going on forever, but it's not going to continue forever. There's this, something's going to happen that's going to make both parties walk away. What is going to happen? What's going to be the difference, the change? What's going to be the difference, the change? There's going to be the coming together. So, you know, with the breakdown of all the different structures, there's going to be the rebuilding of different structures and relationships. And I feel like relationships are going to change, and there's going to be more working together. Now, this is the long-term goal, but it is going to happen. But also with the Three of Pentacles, you got to be careful of dark money. We're always under the influence of, do you do what's right or do you do what's wrong, you know? And I mean, Earth is somewhere where we come to learn the lessons, so it's never, ever going to be easy. But it can be different. Wow. It's very, very, I feel very calm. Like, and for something that's so unsettled, I feel extremely calmed by that reading. Interesting. Okay, so in my last reading, I had seen that we're all going to need the High Priestess to keep at bay, you know, maybe some negative forces, or maybe keep to ourselves some secrets or changes we want to do until we're ready for them. So I thought, let's dive in deeper to that question and ask, what is it specifically that I should be working on? What is it that I don't know? What secret don't I know that's coming down the pike? What don't I have all the information about that the High Priestess would be the goal for this week? So let's have a look. Do you want 1, 2, or 3? So, if you chose 1, oh Lord. With the 10 of Wands, you've been struggling for a while. There's been a lot of things on your plate, and God bless you. There's something that you've been struggling with. There's something that you've been trying to help somebody with, or you've been trying to work something out, whether it be financial or relationships, and you don't have all the information. It's like you've got a budget done up and you've got every penny accounted for, and somebody's going to come and say, oops, I forgot to tell you, or oop, I got a moving violation, so I got a ticket, or what have you. But this also is a positive feeling of you got what it takes. You're at the end of your struggle, so keep with it, because no matter what information you're going to find out that's going to, cause you to be a little bit more frustrated, you're at the end of that struggle, and there's going to be good news coming. So hold on. If you picked card number 2, if you picked card number 2, you got the Empress. For some, you're going to find out somebody's pregnant. Hopefully this is not your husband's mistress or your wife's mistress or your significant others. But it looks like some people, you're going to find out about a family expansion. And for some, this could be an opportunity that if you're starting something new, if you're thinking about starting a new company, a new business, or a new job, that in, the next 9 months to a year, you're going to see the benefit of all the work that you're putting into it. So, yay, it's good. And if you pick number card, what is wrong with me? It's like a slice of loaf of bread. If you picked card number 3, you got the 2 of Pentacles. So you're weighing out a decision based on information. And one situation, you've got all the facts, and one situation, you don't have all the facts. So your decision will not be correct because you don't have all the info. So if you have an important decision that you have to make, then I would advise that you hold off and just kind of check, do I have all this? Check this, do I have all this? And then if it's about a relationship or something really personal, go. Be, that strong person in your life and ask the right questions and say, do I hear you correctly? And then repeat back to them what it is. And make sure that you are being clear and concise. So, I thought that was awesome. So, as always, I have our candle lit for each and every one of us. And guys, I so appreciate each and every one of you. I thank you for your likes, your comments, your emails, your support. It's been a difficult way back after I took the month off being sick, and, choosing to go your own path is never easy. And so it makes it that much more special when people stick with you and support you. So I thank you. I have gratitude for you so much. You have no idea. So I thank you. And until the next time, cheerio, guys. Bye.